Hello guys, this is Lokesh and this is a video number 2 of playlist AI powered content generator, and in this video we will cover this topic. First we will explain the overview of these files, JS files and tab files, and in the second one I will show the folder structure, how the folder work together, and in the third one the I will show how it switch functionality works with a tab and with the enter, how they work, all the thing. This is basically creating by a DOM element in a JavaScript. So we will covering all the topic of this. So if you're interested towards this, so you will be follow this video. So here is a first guideline of this video. In this video, we will go to explain the basic overview of this project. So in this project, here is a ask anything, and we will something right here, and we will when we click on that answer, it will go into the Gemini. Firstly, we have to prepare this for sending to Gemini, and after using the promises and all the things fetch async, we will handle all the response from given by the Gemini, and we will show here in our output, okay, how it works. And it's used to basically when anyone wants to create his unique and different type of AI to responses daily work and in life, they will use this. And here firstly I will show you here the folder structure. So in a top, I will create a greeting node. It's used to when in a previous video, I will explain the API key. So when I deploy this project, then the API key is when we hard coded wrote the API key in a JS file, it will be not secured, and it will throw an security error in a GitHub. So, but for this safety purpose, I will create a git ignore here. In a git ignore, we will wrote whose things who did not push into the GitHub, while we will push code in GitHub, then they all the thing will be ignored to push in GitHub. So here is a env file. So basically here I will not create a env file. This is a basic structure of git ignore. In a big project, they all the thing will be available, and we don't need to push on GitHub. So here we have one config.js file. Here is a config.js file, and in a config.js file I will store a one Gemini API key. So is this a reason to do not push the GitHub config.js in a GitHub. So after this we have a one app.js. Here I will wrote all the functionality, how they work, and how we wrote a prompt and go to the Gemini, and how Gemini responds, and how can we take, and how we showing the response in a web page. All the things will be here in app.js. And after this config example.js, it's it's for when so if many peoples are come in my GitHub and try to clone the project of my repositories and on my available GitHub account, they will become here and clone into his device, and they will be cloned, and he will be only find app.js file and config example.js and index.html and readme file and style.css. It will sit in MD. I will create for this video. And how it use, I will create here, copy this file, cp config example, its name is here, and you find a API key, create an API key on AI Google Studio and paste it here, and your code will be work. It will basically for a local host. When we create only our system, it will be useful for this. And if This is a this line will be make a config file available in a globally like this. I use the config file in a JS app.js file, this file, and API key is here, and I will use it here. So next one is index.html. Here is I will wrote all the HTML file, all the features like in a first in a feature tab it will create all the, it will store all the tabs like ask me anything, quick summarizer, definition file, all the, and here is a one by one all the tabs I will create using HTML. Here is ask me anything, ask question, and output here, and get answer is a button. All the things are similar to create here, here, and here I will create one div. It's loading when the API fetching a data, then it will show. I will wrote a CSS for this, and it will moving in a circular way like this. And here I will link the script.js file, and here is a readme.md. It's work like this. Here is a readme.md file. Okay, and after this style.css. So it's a basic structure. I will complete it, and you might be understand this in a simple way. So after, what is the next task? How the switch functionality works and how enter works here like this. So when we click on a tab, it will move one by one. How it works and how when I wrote here and clicked enter, how it works. All the functionalities wrote in a web.js file. So here I will show you. So I will go step by step. So here I will create a Gemini API endpoint. So this is endpoint for useful when we send a prompt to the Gemini API, and it's want to endpoint and API key. So it's used like this. And API key firstly we uh, take from a config file. If it is not present in a config file, then we will go to the local storage. If I will show here, like I will refresh. No, if I does not, if I mm, comment this, and here it will be want API key, and I will copy this API key in a prompt like this, and click on OK here like this, and it will be stored in a my local host here. Gemini API key, this it will store here. And after the refreshing and close the tab, this all the thing it will be stored in a local host, while uh, it will stored when while तब तक मतलब जब तक हम उसे डिलीट ना कर दें तब तक वो वहाँ ही रहता है. Okay, and I will comment out this here, and here is app.js. Well, this is our operator using the if it is possible. If this is possible, then we will use this, and if it is not possible, then we'll come here, and it will not present, that will be take this API key. Okay, and here is a function. Change prompt, it will call here and call automatically when the code runs. If API key is not present, then this const user API key prompt we will show in the web page. And here is want this, and in a prompt we will wrote a API key, copy paste I will do like this. If I comment out here, and here I will refresh. No, I was thinking how it works. Oh, in our local local storage it will be saved, will be removed from here, and after this we press and it wants API key from here, and I will route the API key on here, and it will be taken in a user key. User key is this, and I will click on OK. It will be saved on user key, and here it will be check if user key and user key trim both are true, then it will become on this block, and API key is equal to trim. User key is stored in a API key, and it will saved on a local storage, and alert is to save API key. Else so else part here, it will still give an alert API key is required to use this blah blah blah, and after this it will return a false. If the API key is not found, it will return a false, this function. And if and all so if our code if is running, then it will now go in a else part, so it will return a true. If the our code go in else, and it will be return false. So when we return in a function, that will be go here, go where our call our function is called, here it will be go true or false. Okay, and after this is the one object. I will create DOM elements, and here I will be select all the DOM elements, and in a key value pairs. It's for why I use this. You think it's for creating when I change in some DOM element that I will be found in 10 plus and multiple sites where I will declare that. So by this reason I will come here and changed here, and it is a best practice I see and think of the AIs or AIs. And here here is a DOM elements dot tab element, top button. Here is a top button I will create here for each. This is written a node list. Node list is like an array, and for that's why here is used a for each, and it will one by one return a one, give a one button, and the button and it will be a click where add event listener click. When we click on this, it will call the function. It runs feature equal to event.target.dataset.e features, and this feature will come here and like in a arguments and call to the switch features. There is a switch feature. We will go here. There was a switch feature. How this function is called, and in a feature name it will accept a parameter, and here is a DOM element or top button. It will create remove all the active classes, and the feature dot for is dot class list dot remove active. Everything are same like you know already. So basically this function is used while I will click on this, it will remove its previous one active classes is removed, and this one is active and this one is active, like all the work on this. And I think our video motive is covered. I will show this. So here I will give a summary of this API, summary of this JS file. Firstly, here I will create a summary button, and like this all the when we click on there and how it works and all the thing. it will go here, and when we click on this find question, please enter a term to define. Where is the error? I think ENT enter term to define. Here it will be the error. So error return when we did not wrote where, and when we call to the when we send any prompt to the API key, it should go into the payload, and in a payload like one container where we wrap all the prompt in a content it used to we will wrote multiple types of contents like text, files, photos, videos, like all the contents. So basically, in this prompt, we will wrote only a text. So we'll be create only one object, and in the parts here will be the parts of the only one text have like part explain the JavaScript in a step by step. First one question is a part is explain the JavaScript, and second one is how it works and what is the prompt is depend upon the prompt, and create a parts like this. And here is a text in a prompt is we will wrote in the input box like this, and it will be sent the prompt to the API key, and API give a response, and here will be format the data, and it will runs always while our always is part DOM content loaded, it will be run, and it will show in a console. Okay, I will give an overview of this project completely, and in a upcoming video I will explain step by step how the how I wrote here, and click on a get answer, and it will be go into the API, and by using API go into the Gemini server and take a response from where, and mm, uh, give a response for V, and I will show the response in the web page. Here is output like this. I will discuss about these features in upcoming videos like one by one. First one is ask me anything, and second one quick summary, idea spark, definition finder. All will be covered step by step. So thank you for watching.